Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome to the MaffmanJones movie channel. I'm your host, John Maffio. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving weekend. You were all safe. You had fun with family and friends. But now it's time to get back into the movie biz. And we're talking about today, Coco, the latest anime movie from the man who directed Toy Story 3. This entry from Pixar is not a sequel and it doesn't involve motor vehicles. Sounds pretty refreshing, but the story is about this young boy named Miguel who has a big passion for music, but his family has abandoned music for generations because of something that happened in the past with the family. And he looks up to this man, Ernesto de la Cruz, who is the biggest musician in the world, and he played music, and he wants to play music too. So on the Day of the Dead, he finds Ernesto de la Cruz's guitar and strums it, and he gets transported to the land of the dead, and he has to make it back to the land of the living before he becomes a skeleton himself. I love when you go into a movie not knowing what to expect at all, and this is one of those movies this year where I went into it and I had no knowledge of what the story was or anything, so I kind of went completely blind, and I came out in love. Coco is such a wonderful movie. It's beautifully animated, it's got a really wonderful story, and it tells such a nice lesson for kids and also adults who are weak-minded. Like myself sometimes, we need to be reminded sometimes that there are good things in this world and there are good ways to be a good human being. And the ending will hit you. If you have a heart, if you are a human being with feelings, there is a sequence towards the end of this movie that, after build-up, anticipation, and story building throughout the first two acts, you will cry. Pixar's rolling the tears. Put them in the jar and give them to us. But yes, Coco has such a sweet story that doesn't have the biggest consequences. If that's my only gripe with the movie, is that it kind of feels like it just moves along and you don't really feel the consequences of the moment. But I really liked the character of Miguel and his journey because he just wants to play music and his family's like, no. It's really beautiful in a way to see his construct of evolution from beginning to end, where he goes and where his family goes as well. The Land of the Dead is so vividly imaginative in a number of ways that it's hard to explain on camera, but when you watch the movie, there are so many minuscule details that you may not catch the first time around, and the characters within it feel like they've been living in this world. And there's also some nice world building in terms of rules of living in this world. Once you pass on from our life, you move on to this life, and there's also things that go on in this world that keep things grounded in a way, and it kind of makes you believe in the movie even more. I did not see where the story was going at all. It was very unpredictable in just the way certain characters unfolded, and also the way that certain journeys transpire from beginning to end. The ending itself may be predictable, but the way we get there is not. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that the said visuals that are incredibly imaginative, along with the music, really help you become immersed in this world and this culture. And I think Pixar does a really good job of showing people of all ages this new side, at least from their studio. This is a whole new world for a lot of people, and for a lot of young kids, this is a great film to show. They give them some insight into other places that they're unfamiliar with. From even before the film starts, you're introduced to the Disney logo, the castle with the mariachi band cover of the theme song. You are completely engaged in what you're about to experience. But overall, Coco is a really wonderfully imaginative and sweet movie with a great story and great message, and I can't say how many times enough how much I like this movie. It's got everything that you would want in an anime movie and a movie itself, and the movie does succeed in making you cry, but in a really nice way, not in a very tragic way like a couple other movies have in their history. You know what I'm talking about if you've seen Pixar movies. My only issue is that even though there was a good sense of urgency, I didn't feel the consequences along the way for the journey, and it kind of hindered the experience slightly, very slightly, but it's a very tiny nitpick, and something that I could overlook in future rewatches. Coco is a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's mafadociously darn good. See this movie as soon as you can. But now I want to know from you guys, have you seen Coco? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed it, please like and let me know anything you want about it down below. Don't forget to subscribe too, because that helps and you won't miss any videos from me ever again. Also check out my Stardust link down below. You can follow me there. It's an app where you could basically just review movies in 30 seconds or less, and I do those 2 or 3 times a week. And I guess that's it. I'm John Maffio, aka MaffmanJones, and I'll see you guys next time.